Daniel Jeremiah came out with an interesting mock draft.
Welcome in, viewers. This is something you're not used to. All three of us sitting here together in person. With a professional-looking mic.
$20.
Best and Brewskis podcast is moving up in the world. Live podcast.
Live and in person.
We are T-minus 2.5 hours until the draft. 2023 NFL draft. So, we actually just had some huge breaking news right before we started recording. Brenton, would you like to lead the show?
Lamar Jackson is still a Baltimore Raven once again.
5
years. What, $260 million contract?
180 guaranteed?
185.
185? So thoughts, Brenton. This affects you more than the rest of us.
Boy, oh boy, am I glad we got it done. I was starting to lose hope, you know. I was like, well, might not be back next year.
Yeah.
He's not gonna play on that shit franchise tag.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking hold out. But thank you, Lord, for giving me Lamar Jackson for another 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes me so happy.
That's a pretty...
It's probably 3 years guaranteed, and
I
then
don't care.
Fourth and fifth year are kind of up in the air.
Still, though, I mean, I feel like that's a great
We'll
deal.
check the deets.
185 guaranteed, that means that's probably at least 4 years. Like,
well,
yeah.
you're thinking he's probably going to be there at least 4 years, so there's maybe a fifth year option, but...
Yeah.
Look, he got his guaranteed money. We got him and he got his 5 years. Good. And I think we got it at a price we're okay with, so I'm okay with it. It's better than trying to find a quarterback.
260 is 10 more than what Deshaun got. Is that
and
right?
5 more than what Jalen Hurts just got.
Well, I think he's clearly better than
255
Deshaun at this point.
Jalen Hurts got 255, yeah.
And it was 175 guaranteed, right?
Something like that. I need to pull up what his...
So that's Lamar. I mean, had a baby. That's a fucking sick
I believe he's like the highest paid quarterback now.
That's what, I mean, because Jalen Hurts was, so
yeah.
he's more than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, no, he's more than Jalen Hurts, I'm pretty sure. But
everybody's shitting on Lamar for not having an agent. He just fucking
finessed the Ravens.
I
wouldn't even say finesse.
Yeah.
I don't know. What'd they get OBJ on?
They gave him $20 million, didn't they?
1 year though?
Yeah,
1 year.
1 year. Well, it's all
I thought it was
incentives,
18.
though.
Was it 18?
It but it's all incentives though. Like he's got to reach certain numbers. His base salary is probably like 10.
So
and then he's got.
It's still a lot.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
But
I
forgot about OBJ. We got OBJ.
I've heard rumblings that the Ravens are about to get D-Hop.
Where'd you hear that?
I've heard some.
Is this the same reporter that has been reporting that Derrick Henry's going to the Eagles?
I haven't heard that.
Are you thinking to go black?
I don't know. Is he gonna go to sleep?
It better not.
You better change that setting. It's going black. Fucking dumb retard. Well, I guess if it stays recording, that's not a terrible thing.
I mean, it's still recording, but I wonder if it actually went black on like the...
I don't know.
No, because it's not screen recording. The green light was still on. Sorry, fans. A little technical difficulty during the first episode.
Yeah. First,
we just don't want to disappoint.
Please respect our ignorance.
We're trying our best, goddamn.
We're doing what we can.
In the meantime,
we're trying to please you.
Let me please some of the fans here.
Yeah, rip a shooter.
Okay,
Cheers.
to Lamar Jackson.
To
Way to go.
Lamar.
I'm the Ravens.
Thank you, Lamar. I love you.
Yeah, so in that same vein, we of course had Jalen Hurts sign the huge contract.
I must say, I know the draft is tonight, and the Colts have the 4th pick. They possibly are picking a quarterback. I was fairly disappointed to hear the news that Lamar Jackson signed to the Ravens.
It would have been...
Just because there was a lot of hope, to be honest.
Trading that pick. Yeah.
We would trade that pick and maybe a future, one. Maybe it was like the Aaron Rodgers trade, which we'll get to. Maybe it's a second conditional first round, if he plays.
Because of the franchise tag, it would have been at least 2 first-round picks.
That's true.
It probably would have been 2 and then maybe.
And I would have liked that deal because still, you're not guaranteed C.J. Stroud even if you want him tonight.
Yeah.
No, the Colts are going to have their pick at quarterback.
You think so?
I think they'll have their option between Levis, Stroud, or Richardson. Which Richardson, of course, I don't think.
I don't know, some random Colts fan outside said.
So we did have
his daughter from school across the street.
We did have an innocent bystander as
when
we,
you guys were standing outside the house.
Walked by.
What?
Matt said, hey, this guy's wearing all Colts.
Yeah, came by wearing Colts hat.
You guys got an inside source?
Colts sweatshirt. Inside sources
I think
say
he knows Jim Irsay. Personally.
Inside sources say that the Colts may go with C.J. Stroud tonight. That is what the fans are wanting. That is what we're hoping Jim Irsay wants.
We were just discussing my rent here.
So,
I'm about to place my rent down, make it, make some money here.
What did he say? He said he thought Tennessee might trade up.
So yeah, he was saying Tennessee trades up to 3, get that Cardinals pick and take Stroud, and then the Colts end up with Levis. I personally don't see that happening. I don't know.
Yeah, what would they trade? Would they trade Derrick Henry to?
No, they would just swap picks. Tennessee has 11, and then I'm sure they would probably give them like a second round pick or a third round pick or something like that. So then the Cardinals would go to 11.
I know the Titans are shopping Derrick Henry, and the Cardinals don't have.
I don't see that happening. Maybe though, like I don't know. Like if you're that
I'd like
invested,
to see Derrick Henry go to somebody who can utilize him.
Yeah,
but I don't think the Cardinals can.
If you're that invested in getting a quarterback, like why not? Like because I mean Tannehill is worth nothing at this point. Like,
I don't think he's even.
He's not going to get
a stale bag of chips.
He's not going to get another contract.
Yeah.
Another.
He'll be a career
5-year contract.
He'll go back up somewhere.
So here's my thing. If you're trading away Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I am scared that it's not like. But it's still still saying it's recording.
If you're trading away Derrick Henry, so let's think about it. Quarterbacks are there for. Hell, Tom Brady was there for 24 years. But running backs are only useful for 6-8 years before they.
Especially the way that Derrick Henry plays.
Here's my other thing about trading up for quarterbacks this year. This is one of the weaker quarterback classes.
That's what, like...
Okay, 1, 2 are good, and that's a drop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do the Titans have Tannehill for next year for sure? Like, is he under contract for next year? Or is he's not a free agent?
Even if he's not under contract, they can still get him for cheap for a year.
I'm sure he's not a free agent because we haven't
if
heard
they just want to run the
him.
league for a year, they're going to lock themselves up the number 1 pick.
That's what I was saying. Like, if you're okay with taking Tannehill, and you don't have anybody around him.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that Treylon Burks kid, but
what are they trying to do this year? So that's the point. Instead of trading up, just take your pick. Wait till next year when you have Drake May,
Caleb
Williams, some guys that are better than any of the guys in the draft are currently. Like, just take them next year.
Somebody did say that if Bryce Young went in the same draft as Caleb Williams and Drake May,
he'd be third.
He would be third.
Yeah, just purely based because he's got some of the same skills as those guys. Like Drake May's going to be the number 1 pick next year, most likely.
Know.
He's been. I like Caleb Williams a lot, but
who's Drake May?
He plays for. North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! Have we not learned our lesson about North Carolina quarterbacks?
No, but
that's why I don't like Drake May.
He's better than Mitch Trubisky was though in North Carolina.
Yeah, that takes a lot for you to say.
I only like Mitch for like that year that he took us to playoffs, and I was like, Mitch is the guy, and now I'm no longer delusional. I don't know. I think if you're the Titans, don't trade up. Like you have no reason to. Unless you really want to steal a quarterback from the Colts.
I mean, that's me being a biased Colts fan that I don't want them to trade up.
No, I agree. I don't think they should. I don't think they will. There's no rumor about it, so I don't.
My thing is like
word on the street outside your house.
Yeah, walking around Brazil, Indiana.
Our sources say.
I mean, we are in Indiana.
Our one source on a guy who was picking up his daughter from fucking
There's a non-zero chance that he does know Jim Irsay somehow. I mean, I did meet Chuck Pagano in a Home Depot one day, so...
My dad met him at the casino.
There you go. So, we have some inside sources.
Got sources.
Yeah. If I'm in that same Home Depot someday, maybe I'll see him again.
You got a bunch of them. I think you got it.
Shouldn't say it. Nothing.
Okay, we're moving on. All right, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers real quick to the Jets. So the trade that took 5 weeks to do finally happened this week. Aaron Rodgers officially going to the Jets. Thoughts, Matt?
I mean, honestly, I don't mind like the swap for it because they swap first round picks and then they get a conditional first round depending on if he plays like 75% of the snaps next year.
Mm-hmm.
So like.
And he'll play 75%.
He'll play,
and
he's going to make them playoff contenders. And the first round swap only dropped them from 13th to 15th.
Uh-huh.
So like probably whoever you were wanting is still going to be there.
The Jets knew they had the Packers by the ball.
And
they didn't have any leverage at all.
Rodgers wants out.
Yeah.
Way.
The Jets don't necessarily even need a pick this year. Like they could probably tighten up the offensive line, maybe, but they.
I bet they take an offensive line.
Or receivers. The receivers are fairly deep this year.
Their defense.
Everybody's
is
saying
good.
Everybody's saying the receiver class isn't deep. I kind of like the receiver class.
I was gonna say really.
Like you have Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Uh-huh.
You have that other kid from
which I think Kyler Murray's really been pushing for Jackson Smith.
So I think you're talking about the number 3 pick.
I don't think
they go with him.
I did see something the other day that Kyler Murray was like telling the Cardinals he really wanted like.
I could see him.
Was it Jackson Smith? I think so.
He'd probably be.
Yeah.
Who's the other one from USC? I think.
Rashad Perriman.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember.
I thought you said
UCF. I think the Cardinals probably are going to take an offensive lineman if they stay at 3, and I think it's going to be that kid from Ohio State.
Let me go look at some mock drafts.
That's.
Go
ahead. I think it's Jordan Addison. Maybe is his name from USC.
The Jets. I mean, they have some good talent at wide receiver. Garrett Wilson.
Bro, yeah, they have fucking Alan Lazard.
Solid.
They have Garrett Wilson.
Forgot about Alan Lazard.
They have. Do they still have that Moore kid, Elijah
Yeah,
Moore?
so,
no, they
actually,
traded him away.
So yeah, in this mock draft, it has the Cardinals trading out of the 3rd pick to the 12th with the Texans.
Yeah, I saw that. That's staying with Jeremiah.
And taking Paris Johnson.
So honestly, okay, if we're gonna talk about mock drafts, that's Daniel Jeremiah's. Okay, so he has Texans taking C.J. Stroud at 2, and then them trading for the Cardinals because they have the 12th pick. The Texans do.
Yeah.
Trading the 12th pick to the Cardinals for the 3rd pick, along with some other picks, I'm sure, to get Will Anderson. So they would go back to back. If that fucking happens, the Texans are masterminds.
I don't.
You get potentially the 2 best people in the draft. Who's to say C.J. Stroud won't end up being the best quarterback?
I want him. I think he's the best.
I think he is the best.
Tools are there.
Yeah.
I think he's.
It's all because of this this new
that bullshit cognitive test that they're
what,
like.
The Wonderlic, or is it?
It's a new one. It's like the I-12 or whatever. Like it's not like an intelligence. It's like.
I saw a TikTok on this. Lamar was one of the worst Wonderlic scores. He was top 10 worst.
Dan Marino's one of the worst.
Here's my thing.
Quarterback.
Great quarterback. Who gives a fuck about these
in this draft, you guys take Will Levis. So.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Well, that's because C.J. Stroud was gone.
Actually, I'm glad you're not going to be here because I don't have to clean up your fucking brains off the ground.
Well, so C.J. Stroud, like, everybody's saying this test, like, hinders him or whatever, like, draft-wise. We just saw him play against the best college defense. I mean, probably second best in decades. Like, that Georgia defense last year could go up against that Georgia defense this past year and be, like, pretty 1-2. Like, so, like, we just saw him put up 45, 50 points against them. And granted, he did have Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., like, all these good wide receivers, but, like...
They should have won.
They should have fucking won that game. He threw for 400 yards and like 5 touchdowns or something.
So I think that right there, him playing against a high caliber defense where a lot of those guys are going to be NFL players anyways.
Yeah,
it weighs in more than motherfuckers from UNC who have a good season but don't play these top flight.
That's my worry with Will Levis is like, okay, yeah, he did play in the SEC with Kentucky, but like. You also got your ass whooped by Alabama, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like you're gonna be playing Alabama
2 years ago. Will Levis was very good, and he lost a lot of his weapons this last year.
Same thing with Anthony Richardson. He had nobody to throw to at Florida.
He only played for 1 year though. Oh, this year. Okay, yeah.
At Florida, yeah. Like he
I
had
thought you were talking
nobody to
about,
throw to down there. Honestly, I would rather have Anthony Richardson than Will Levis because I think Richardson's upside. Well, we were talking about the last podcast. I think we were talking about, I don't know, some other quarterback, but his upside is way bigger and higher than like Will Levis.
I got 2 words for you: Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, I mean he can.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, people are saying Jamarcus Russell. People are saying that C.J. Stroud is going to end up being Jamarcus Russell too. So like, I don't know. Like, I think do you think Will Levis is honestly going to be better than Anthony Richardson?
No,
yes.
Will Levis dog shit.
No, I don't think no, because Will Levis, we have seen him be good for a season, right? We have not seen Anthony Richardson do that.
Yeah,
we saw him
exactly
like 2 games.
And I think it would be good for Anthony Richardson to go to somebody like. I don't see him going in the top 5.
No.
But I think maybe if the Raiders are sitting there at 7 or 8 or wherever they're at.
Funny of you to mention the Raiders.
Like
after Jamarcus Russell.
Well, yeah. But like, yeah, they have Jimmy G, but how long is Jimmy G gonna last?
Anthony Richardson right now, and Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft I'm looking at, has him going 20th to the Seattle Seahawks.
They just paid Geno, which I get like
no,
20th.
I think, but that's really
they have
good
the
though,
pick
because they can take and sit him and he can learn from Geno. Okay,
they have the 5th pick and the 20th.
And that's what I'm saying
is
somebody, I can't remember who said this. It was on a podcast I listened to, but they were talking about how when Kansas City knew they were going to draft a quarterback, when they were going to draft Patrick Mahomes, they dedicated a coach to purely working with him all the time, right? It wasn't necessarily the quarterback's coach who was also working with like Alex Smith. He had a coach that he would work with every day because they knew he wasn't starting, and that's what needs to happen with Anthony Richardson if they really want to develop him.
So
yeah,
here's the problem with the college game and how it translates to the NFL.
Well, the offenses are completely different.
Well, not even schematically wise.
Yeah.
Just the way it translates. You know, you have these powerhouse schools. You have a good quarterback. He has great weapons, and you're like, oh well, you know, it's just the weapons, of course. But he's also still highly touted because of the stats, because of his physical stature or whatever. He could play dog shit schools. And, you know, they blow everybody out. Oh, shit, it's Alabama. Anyway, so he's going to go higher in the draft. But, God, what if he was playing with, you know, not NFL caliber, or, you know, just like slightly under.
But they can tell usually, like, what.
Can they? Can everybody?
Zach Wilson went number 2 overall after one throw.
Let's talk about Josh fucking Rosen, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of buzz.
And then that's what I'm saying. Also, like, shitty schools, like North Carolina. They do have a good season, but they don't play the best.
But there's a difference between somebody like a quarterback at UNC.
Are you going to let Mac fucking McDonald, the 94-year-old scout, tell you who's got the juice?
Okay, but
I see Will Levis kind of panning out like a Carson Wentz.
That's what a lot of people are.
1 year wonder.
I see him. He has the same stature. He has the same like build as him, kinda. Came from not a very good school, which Kentucky is much better than North Dakota or wherever the fuck. Yeah. So like, but I just don't think that he like is going to be able to be like, if we're trying to find the next Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, like.
But the thing you just did there is you listed 3 pocket passers. That's no longer what the college quarterback is. You're not going to find any more of those. Drake May might be close to that because he is a pocket passer.
But the NFL offenses are starting to adapt. Like, we're going to talk Shane Steichen.
Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Eagles' offense this past year was a lot of rollout. Jalen Hurts, play action. Patrick Mahomes, same thing.
That's exactly right. So that's the other thing is the quarterback game is changing, right? Bryce Young is...
Can Will Levis throw on the run?
It's a good question.
I honestly haven't watched enough.
He's a mobile quarterback, but I mean his accuracy isn't top tier.
So also the quarterback, I feel like is the hardest to evaluate.
I do think they miss more than anybody else.
Because like let's talk. So just a personal example as a Ravens fan, Matt Judon came from some fucking random Grand Valley State University. Ravens pick him, All-Pro, multiple-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
It's easier to see
No,
that.
yes,
prowess
quarterbacks
than
are
like
the
a-
hardest because
Okay,
the position changes so
Yeah.
much.
Well,
Now,
and it's so mental.
Yeah.
yes.
For a defensive lineman, offensive lineman,
You can just be a physical freak
you
for
just
the most part.
big guy, know the snap count.
Because, I mean, yeah, like, it's one of those things where you, like, not fake it till you make it because you're, like, a physical freak and, like, you have all the
Obviously, you know what you're doing.
But, like, eventually,
But that's not the biggest part of it.
Yeah, like, as your athleticism slows down a little bit, your mentals start to pick up a little more. Year 5, year 6, and then it's like...
With a quarterback, your mental has to be there day one.
Yeah.
You gotta be on
exactly,
shit.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, going back to C.J. Stroud, like, this cognitive bullshit test that they're saying, I don't think that has anything... And everybody's like, well, he didn't call plays at Ohio State. Okay, how many college quarterbacks have ever
quarterbacks aren't even
called
calling plays anyway.
And it's not calling plays, it's just reading the plays off.
Yeah.
A lot of, all college offenses are just a signal offense. You're quick tempo all the time. Like, that's just something you develop. And
Well,
I don't know.
it's because you can't install an offense like an NFL team.
Well, and I think, like, if you get C.J. Stroud for the Colts, you have Jonathan Taylor, you have Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly. Like, you have a good offensive line. They need to they need to shore up their tackles a little bit better because I don't know who they're going to have. They had that rookie last year, Raymond, starting for a while.
Fork, bro.
But they, like, I don't know. I think if you surround him with enough talent, and granted, like, we don't have a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. Michael Pittman. They got Isaiah
Paris
McKenzie.
Campbell still there?
Nope, Paris Campbell left.
Patriots, right?
I don't think he went
Not
to the
Patriots.
Patriots. He went somewhere.
I can't remember.
That's a great question. I don't know where he went, but yeah.
Oh, look it up.
Michael
he
Pittman,
did go
I
somewhere.
felt like kind of didn't
Michael
really
Pittman,
perform that
he
well
was-
last year.
I think he's growing. Compared to his first couple years, last year was one of his better years. Like, you could... I think him and
New
Matt
York
Ryan
Giants.
had a pretty good connection. The Giants, yep. And he'll be great for them.
Mhm.
Paris Campbell's a fucking dog. He got injured early in his career, which was why everybody kind of shit on him. But, I mean, coming out of Ohio State,
Great
he was the
speed.
number one, wide
Great
receiver.
Madden card this year.
But, so,
26
we
and
picked
four.
up Isaiah McKenzie from the Bills, speedy wide receiver. Michael Pittman. We got Ashton Doolin back, signed him to a new
Still
contract,
can't
which
believe
is
you got rid
whatever.
of Naeem, bro. Naeem's good,
Yeah, I
man.
know. I know. And we got Zach Moss back in return for it, which is like whatever. But Naeem's a playmaker, is the thing. Like,
Sure.
first kick return, he took back 2 in that fucking DeMar Hamlin game. So
The game
like,
after. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the
Yeah.
return of him, whatever. DeMar Hamlin returns.
He
To the
they
sidelines.
have. He's been.
Wow.
He's been
Fake
medically
tattoo.
cleared.
Was it him or was it Jamie Foxx?
Did you see Jamie Foxx had a stroke?
Yeah, yep, sure did.
Odd.
Okay.
Let's talk tinfoil hats, fellas.
All right. Do we have anything else? We
How
start-
did that Aaron Rodgers
Yeah,
talk the
we-
ball all the way to
So
the back?
Aaron Rodgers, I think.
A lot of weapons.
First of all, I think Alan Lazard going to the Jets is massive for them because, first of all, like Garrett Wilson, young, super talented, but like older quarterback. You get somebody that has some chemistry with Aaron Rodgers coming in and leading the wide receiver room. Alan Lazard's what? Probably 28, 29, 30, like somewhere around there. Like he's been with
Is he
Rodgers
even
for a
that
little bit. Maybe not. Maybe
Alan
27.
Lazard?
26 or 27.
So like, but he's been with Rodgers for a little bit, so he knows.
A couple of years.
So like he's gonna be able to help those wide receivers out.
27.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think that's huge for them. They have Tyler Conklin, whatever his name, T.J. Conklin, whatever that wide receiver is, for them. Tight end for them.
Yeah.
So like they're pretty good all around on offense. I think with that 15th pick, I think they probably get some offensive linemen. I think Daniel Jeremiah had them picking up Peter Skoronski.
Outside linebacker.
No, offensive lineman from Northwestern.
Oh.
Northwestern breeds
Yeah.
and thick.
So yeah, and I mean he's I think
Midwest.
I think he's number 2 on the lineman like rankings. That dude from Ohio State is like the top lineman.
Yeah.
It's not a real deep draft. I don't think in any like certain position. Like I feel like last year there was a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah. The last several years, there have been a lot of wide receivers.
And like this year, there's just not that many. Like there's Jackson Smith-Njigba and that kid from UFC, Jordan Addison. But then there's Bijan Robinson, who is an absolute dog.
Yeah, but nobody wants to draft running backs anymore.
But I think this is where you get the running backs though, because nobody wants to pay running backs. Is the only thing. So if you get them on a rookie contract and you get Bijan, who's just going to be a monster for you.
You know Jerry Jones about to trade up just get himself.
Bro,
for what?
Well,
yeah, dude, like a 5-year rental and not the fucking door, dude.
They
Jerry
just signed
Jones
Tony Pollard though is the only thing to a big contract.
TP's too good.
And
I do like
Dallas
Pollard.
doesn't pick until 27, so unless
That's
they
what I'm
trade
saying. He's going to trade. Jerry Jones is going to go in that draft. He goes, you better give me that running back right now. Mike McCarthy's running that 1990 offense.
Bro, did you see they had a press conference with, it was like Jerry, his son, and Mike McCarthy.
Oh.
And his son there.
And because his son's like a part owner or something, he's with the Cowboys.
For his 21st birthday, Jerry was like, here's 12% of the Dallas Cowboys' son.
Nepotism, bro. He gave him 49%, so he can't make any decisions.
But they asked him something about the draft, and he was like, our players' talent isn't our problem. Drafting isn't our problem. Coaching is our problem.
Yes.
And Mike McCarthy was sitting right fucking
Jerry
there,
Jones.
and he was like, oh, okay.
Well, did you?
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
So when Mike McCarthy interviewed for the head coaching job for the Dallas Cowboys, apparently he went in and was telling everybody about how he's like, yeah, I'm on the analytics website. I got my Pro Football Focus or whatever. He's like, I got my account, and somebody looked it up. Mike McCarthy's never had an account. He just straight up lied.
The biggest capper of all time.
Well, he said he was like watching film in his basement.
Yeah,
Jerry
watched
Jones
every
doesn't know
play
how to
from last
operate
season.
his fucking laptop, so he doesn't know.
Jerry Jones is just the best owner in the NFL.
Fucking-
I love him.
I don't know. I think Jim Irsay is better because
That's true.
he could kill somebody
Well,
in
hey,
driving accident at any point.
Jim
in time.
Boys,
fucking dog.
Jim Irsay's the best, man. I'm gonna win $1 million from him through his pick the schedule contest.
I put in.
I put in one.
I kind of like mine, to be honest.
No, see,
So if you pick the Colts perfect, wins.
Just the schedule.
Yeah, I sent it to us in the group chat.
You're picking
You're
your schedule.
picking the schedule
Yeah,
when the games happen?
Yeah,
Yep.
because
What the fuck?
When the bye week is, hey, it was kind of fun to be honest.
yeah, it was fun to.
What bye week did you pick?
I picked
8,
week,
9?
I think I picked 9. I think you picked 10.
Yeah, I think I picked 10.
I think those are both good
But
answers.
my mistake
Colts
was
always
week
get a
one.
bye.
my
a
mistake
week
was is
or a late bye week.
he had Jacksonville week 1. And they played Jacksonville week 1 like the last couple of years.
No, did I have Jacksonville?
Yeah, you because I remember because I thought that was really good because I had like a non-conference non-division game.
Yeah, so I had Jacksonville
That's
week
right.
1,
It's
and then I
always
had
gonna be
And they always play Jacksonville like week 1 and week 15.
Gotta be.
And so that was my big mistake.
Solid.
But
then I had Titans week 18. So so I'm kind of hoping for that one. Was the only thing was like that would be fun
Yeah,
for
but
the
like-
division maybe.
Well, that's
I sent you
how
a
they
link,
try to set
bro.
the schedule.
You should have filled it out. You
I
can
don't
win
know
yourself $1
shit
million.
about the
Hey,
Don't know shit about fuck.
Too bad that Ravens game was away. We should definitely go.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. Like if that was at Lucas Oil, we would
I'd be
definitely
there.
be going to
Hey,
that.
I'd be there.
maybe,
I'd be in there
boys trip to
somewhere.
Baltimore.
How far away is Baltimore?
You guys want to go looting?
Yeah. Let me look. How
Hang
far
out
away
with the
is
fellas for a fucking
How
day
far
and a
away
half.
is
So
You guys
we're
get the shit beat on you. Have to watch.
Baltimore,
Well-
Maryland is only
10 hours away. 9
Hey,
and a half, basically.
I do know somebody who's moving there. One of my coworkers. So maybe we can post up.
who
her-
wants to move to Baltimore?
Well, she's moving because her husband's in the military. He's getting stationed out there.
Respect for the troops.
For the troops. Another Miller Lite for the troops.
For the
So-
troops, thank
Well,
you.
that's the empty one, buddy. Let me get
So-
Cold one, yep, cracker open.
What is the? Do you know? Is there any chance the Bears play the Colts? Or no, they don't play.
They don't play the Colts.
Do they play the Ravens this year?
the Bears.
Yeah.
You can go to Soldier Field and get fucking, I don't know, shitty field.
All right, so any more on the Rodgers conversation? I mean, I think the Jets will be good. I think
I
they
think
have.
it'll be good.
I think they have potential to win the AFC East. I think if you have Aaron Rodgers with those weapons, and that defense is pretty stacked. Like, I'm not gonna say that their defense isn't good. Their defense is probably the best that Rodgers has had.
Sauce Gardner is.
Their defensive line is great. Their linebackers are
Jamal's
average.
on the Seahawks now, right?
Jamal's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, forgot. But he got drafted by them.
But I think just adding Rodgers alone, not saying that he's going to bring, but they were almost a playoff team last year with fucking Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, and Mike White at quarterback. So, like, you bring in Aaron Rodgers with those weapons, that's going to be pretty good.
Here's my question, though. Because we have seen, like, the dominant defense that carries a team.
I don't think they have to carry, though.
But no. Here's what I'm saying, though. A dominant defense that carries almost to the playoffs or to the playoffs. We think about the Bears. We think about the Ravens in the past. They've most of the time been, like, one-hit wonders where they just are a dominant defense for a year, and then they kind of fall off.
I don't think they're... I mean, their defense did hold them together last year, for sure. But I think they can be an average defense this year and still be very productive. Oh, feeding time.
Higgins just got... He loves
Higgins? Like from Ted Lasso? You watch Ted Lasso?
No.
You need to watch Ted Lasso.
No, I've seen Ted Lasso, but he's not named after that.
I need to watch Ted Lasso.
So Ted Lasso's fantastic.
Great. Hey, if you're out there and you haven't watched Ted Lasso, watch Ted Lasso.
So that was actually my grandma's cat. And she loves Magnum P.I. because of Tom Selleck. Or no, not Magnum P.I.
Magnum condoms.
Hawaii Five-0?
Hawaii Five-0, that's right.
Okay.
Because of Tom Selleck, and there's a side character in the old version named Higgins. But yes, Higgins from Ted Lasso is fantastic.
Also fantastic.
Yeah, and actually that whole show, except for Nate's the worst in the world.
Loved Nate season 1. Nate was my guy.
Season 1, season 2 even. Like
season 2, yeah.
What?
Fuck Nate.
You don't even know.
Hey, you see Nate Diaz turn himself in?
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck was that?
What constitutes a second degree assault?
Yeah,
what second degree assault?
What did he do?
I don't know.
And where was it? Where did he get caught at?
Miami, I think. It was Florida, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I did see where he turned himself in.
Legally a second degree assault.
No, New Orleans.
Oh, well, there's a bunch of bitches down in New Orleans. So.
Yeah. Maybe they showed him some titties that he didn't like, and he fucking...
No, some fucking...
He said...
Some fucking hillbilly fucking mouthed off to him.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Right. You got 2 teeth, now you got no teeth. Nate Diaz just fucked you up.
I don't even know what Nate Diaz did before he fought him, but I'm gonna knock the shit out of him.
Nate Diaz gave him a point, he was like...
You must have cut?
Yeah.
It was Shane Gillis said Nate hates the impersonation.
Really?
When he'll do like a Nate impersonation, and he likes hanging out with Nate. He likes Nate, and it's like, I don't talk like that, motherfucker. And Shane's like, I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, we're way off topic.
That's fine.
That's okay.
It's great
television. Podcast.
So, do we have any more thoughts on the draft?
Well, I think we dive into the draft.
Dive in? Do we want to go through a mock draft and see what...
I think we just let's go to FanDuel and let's look at where we're looking. Ooh. So there for a while it was back and forth between the number 1 pick. It started off at the end of the NFL season. Will Anderson was the number 1 pick because the Bears had the number 1 pick.
Yes.
Then the Panthers traded up to get the number 1 pick from the Bears. Then automatically a quarterback became the favorite. It was between C.J. Stroud and Bryce. Whatever. Bryce, what's his name?
Young.
Bryce Young, yeah. Jesus Christ. So many last names going through my fucking brain right there.
That is the thing about Bryce the draft. There's too many people.
Yeah. So Bryce Young.
We should start killing people.
And C.J. Stroud were going back and forth in the favorites. Now, it is pretty much clear and obvious that Bryce Young, based off of the sports book, is probably going to go number 1. He's minus 5,000 right now.
Yeah.
I would say that's a safe bet that Bryce Young's probably...
Do we have a realtor that we know in Carolina who could tell us if he's bought a fucking house?
Oh, that's true. Well, did you see Reddit? Some friend of Will Levis posted on Reddit and said... that
I saw that.
He said, I heard from a friend that talked to Will Levis that he's guaranteed he's going to Carolina.
Yeah,
and
I
his
saw
odds
that.
went from like plus 4,000 to plus like 800 in an hour.
And made him second in the odds behind Bryce Young. So
It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
You
So then
think he's gonna go over? First of all, Bryce Young, but also C.J. Stroud. Get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then it was after Bryce Young got cleared up to be number one. It was are the Texans going to take a quarterback or are they going to take a defensive talent?
But why would they not take a quarterback?
So the thing with that is that everybody's saying DeMeco Ryans just came from San Francisco. San Francisco, what did they do? They built their defense and like all they needed was a quarterback to not turn the ball over. They got Nick Bosa, they got Javon Kinlaw, they got fucking DeForest Buckner, they got all those guys to build up their defense, and then all they had to do was run the clock out, score 17 points, and they would win the game.
Okay, but DeMeco Ryans ain't making the fucking calls. It's the owner, dude.
Well, Nick Casario's the GM.
Yeah.
Came from the Bill Belichick system.
And the thing is,
I
don't hate Davis Mills either.
I don't hate him either, but here's my thing with that.
And also, I will tell you guys real quick, there are like reports out there right now that the Cardinals are trying to send the 3rd overall pick to the Titans.
They've been trying to haul off.
Motherfucker knows something out there.
Well, they've been trying to haul off the 3rd pick for a while.
But
who'd that come from?
So that's Pro Football Talk tweeted that, and then Ian Rappaport.
Who's that? Mike Florio?
Yeah, and then so I'm seeing a couple sources that
fucking
when did that
Leroy Jenkins.
That was at 5:52 today. So like
just now.
Yeah, Leroy was on it fucking 2 hours ago.
Yeah, Leroy is his name. Did he tell
I
you
just
that?
made it.
No, fucking.
Also, I'm hiding his identity.
Jimmy outside.
Yeah,
that fucking random
well,
Colts fan. Sources say,
hey,
he was on it.
Hey,
Holy fuck!
Call him up. Get him over here.
Fucking Brian Irsay outside.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If the Titans fucking go up and get somebody,
I'll pray for you, brother.
They're actually trying to send DeAndre Hopkins and their pick to the Titans for the Titans pick and more. I don't know why they would do that.
No!
But
Send it to the Ravens.
You would think they would have to be getting Derrick Henry out of that.
So that is okay. So a couple of the reports that I'm seeing are saying they want to send DeAndre, and then Ian Rappaport said there's no conversation about DeAndre Hopkins getting traded.
When did he say that?
That was like 5 minutes after the Mike Florio Pro Football.
Good shit, dude. I hope that's just a smokescreen because I don't want the fucking Titans to get 3. If they jump in front of the Colts.
If they got 3 and D-Hop,
okay,
but
so
D-Hop would be
wasted talk,
wasted in that offense.
Yeah.
Is it worth?
Especially if they still have Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So,
at least with the Ravens, the run game can take the pressure off the pass.
D-Hop with the Ravens would be
plus OBJ.
So the Cardinals have number 3 right now.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud is still plus 105 to get picked at the 3rd position. So he's the favorite right there. So they're saying the Cardinals are favored to trade out then. So,
they don't know jack shit about fuck.
But
who's 2?
The
Texans. And the no.
Oh,
who's 2?
Well, dude,
Will
hell,
Anderson
the fucking
is the
Texans
favorite minus 230.
No.
Just take
second Will Levis
for 3.
Yeah, it's Stroud, Levis, and then Will Anderson, but he's already favored at 2, and then Paris Johnson.
That's the Ohio State tackle.
No, Paris Johnson. Oh, that's
the Ohio State offensive lineman.
No, he's a receiver, isn't he?
That's Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay.
Paris Johnson is the offensive tackle.
That's right.
That's who Kyler wants. Because Kyler has to run for his life every goddamn play because nobody can block for him.
But if the Cardinals are shopping
legs too,
I guarantee you the Cardinals trade the 3rd pick. I mean,
I fucking want them to just
but
take.
How are we
keep
also
it.
the Texans could decide to just take.
So here's my thing with the Texans.
Top 2 could be off the board in 1-2.
Here's my thing with the Texans. I think if we go back to our discussion earlier with the San Francisco building around the defense, they have the 2nd pick and they have the 12th pick. So if they are willing to go with Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson, who people are saying are going to be like the top
talents.
the top defensive people in the draft. They were saying Jalen Carter too, but then all that shit with his like.
So you're saying they just go ahead and take whoever's left at 12.
So I think Hendon Hooker would be there at 12. I think there's a possibility that Anthony Richardson is still there at 12
for sure.
So like I think they're
if there's not a run on quarterbacks, he could still be there.
I think they're okay with just keeping like whoever is there at 12 and picking up a defensive talent to get them through the next few years. Like,
well, if they've got somebody on their draft board who is not, like if Will Anderson,
like maybe
whatever's fuck,
maybe
Anthony
young
Richardson,
yeah.
If he's high on their draft board, they're like, you know what? Hopefully
that's what. Yeah,
12.
maybe
they can maybe trade up.
But I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna draft Richardson to start though. Like.
I don't think you have to. You have Davis Mills. That's the thing. Like, give Davis Mills one more
you don't
run.
Have that, you don't have the veteran quarterback in the room though that will.
I'm sure they would be able to find. I'm sure that they'll be fine. Like it's still the Texans that we're talking about. They're a dumpster fire of an organization.
Yeah.
Hell, they could pick 2 fucking quarterbacks in the first round. It wouldn't surprise me.
Literally.
They could take fucking CJ Stroud and then take me at the
Literally.
I'm just saying, but
that would be fucking hilarious.
We can get Bijan Robinson.
So
I'm gonna throw this out real quick because I just noticed it. We can get Bijan Robinson over under 12.5 like pick.
What's
position.
under?
Under is minus 320. Over is plus 225 though.
Okay, he's going under.
He's going under 12.5
really?
for sure.
The Eagles are sitting at 10. They just got rid of Miles Sanders. If they're gonna pick up Bijan if they're sitting there. And the Falcons go at 8. The Falcons could definitely pick up Bijan.
You telling me Cordero Patterson's not the move?
I don't think that they're like. I think Arthur Smith would be down to get.
Okay, fine. I was kind of liking the over there. You talked me out of it though.
Yeah, I don't like the over.
I've seen too many mock drafts where he goes.
Yeah.
9, 10.
First of all, I got just any of you hockey viewers out here. Yeah. It came top of my bet slip right here. I put in Edmonton Oilers Stanley Cup winner the other night at plus 1,000. Yeah, so 5 to 150.
Have the playoffs started?
So they're up 3-2 in their first series against
first round.
Yep. So they're I forget who they're playing. Not the Devils. Somebody I can't remember right now off the top of my head. No, not the Hurricanes.
Okay. Rangers.
Nope, not the Rangers.
I'm just naming.
I'm just naming which ones.
Islanders?
All great guesses.
Sharks?
Not the Islanders, not the Sharks.
Predators?
No, Kraken. No.
Let's keep naming.
No.
The Coyotes.
No.
I don't know.
Those are all great
What is
guesses. Past 3 aren't in the playoffs, but I can't remember who they're playing right
How
now.
do you fucking know? Do you
The
watch
Leafs.
hockey?
I do. They're playing the Kings. That's who they're playing. They're playing the LA Kings.
Sacramento. The LA Kings.
Hey, Sacramento Kings are about to blow a 2-0 lead.
Well, yeah, they're down 3-2.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Dumb fucks. Let's talk about the fucking Lakers, buddy.
No, we're not talking about basketball.
Talking about the Lakers. They're up 3-2 right now, aren't they?
Yeah. But
anyway, Edmonton Oilers, I got them at plus 1,000.
We're talking about basketball. Let's talk about the Heat beating the Bucks.
Bro, Jimmy Buckets is a dog.
Jimmy's a dog.
Did you see their comeback last night? Down 16, starting the fourth quarter.
Comeback the past 2 games.
Yeah, but I mean the one before that
wasn't as still
close. The last night went to overtime. The Bucks scored 5 points in the fourth quarter, I think.
I mean, when you have the
7
best
points
player in the world, how do you only score 5?
As George St. Pierre once said, I'm not impressed by your performance.
Anyway, so Edmonton Oilers, get them at whatever you can get them at. I love them, but that's just me.
I don't bet other sports stuff.
A few days ago, Will Anderson, he's currently sitting at minus 230 to go number 2 overall. A few days ago, I got him at plus 380 to go number 2 overall. So I'm loving that bet. Just a unit. So not bad.
Wait, gamble responsibly.
Yeah, gamble responsibly. I only put a few bucks on
it. Buckaroo?
A couple.
So do I want to take CJ Stroud at plus 105?
So here's what I did.
The third pick.
Here's what I did. I took Will Anderson at 2 plus 380, which is looking pretty right now.
Yeah.
Me bias on this next one, hoping to just speak it into existence. I took CJ Stroud at 4. That was sitting at plus 210 at the time. I'm not sure what it's sitting
plus
at.
Plus 270 right now.
So fucking hate that, but I got it at plus
hate that,
210, and I still kind of like it. Whatever.
I'm sure those Arizona
Here's
trade
one
talks
that
are
I
fucking
absolutely fucking love. Number 6 overall, the Detroit Lions. Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator. If you watch Hard Knocks, Aaron Glenn's a fucking dog. Used to be a cornerback in the league for a long time with the Jets. I think they just got rid of Jeff Okuda. They picked up some good free agents for the defense. A couple cornerbacks, maybe a safety somewhere. I think they take the best cornerback in the draft with Devin Witherspoon. I got him at even money the other day at
He's
plus
minus
100.
200 right now.
He is minus 200 right now.
Wow, way to pick the
absolutely
chalk.
Hey, I don't care. I got it at plus money, so I fucking love it. And then I think who's going 9 overall?
The 9th pick is...
9th is the Bears.
The Bears.
So
which I really want us to get an offensive lineman, but...
Here's my thing with the Bears. I think you just got rid of Khalil Mack. I think you got Eberflus as the head coach. You're trying to build the team around the defense, probably. You got Justin Fields on the offense.
Justin Fields. You got to protect him.
But yeah, okay, I get that. I mostly like the odds on it because it was plus 300. I like the Bears at 9th overall, taking Jalen Carter out of Georgia.
Ooh, okay, that's...
So he was the best defensive prospect in the draft until all that stuff with the rest happened.
Okay, right now Paris Johnson's sitting at plus 250 for the 9th overall pick. Okay.
I think he's gone before that. That was the only thing. I think he goes to the Cardinals 3.
You're saying he's number 1?
But the Cardinals
Like
are trading
O-line.
out.
But I don't think that's happening.
I think the Cardinals will trade out.
I fucking hope not, because if that happens, then that means CJ Stroud is gone.
I got a piss. Yeah, in the fridge. Grab me a
Yeah, I got a piss too. So.
Do we just take the podcast? Let's take it into the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, no.
So I'm between either Paris Johnson or Tyree Wilson.
So
the other.
Here's my thing with Tyree Wilson, Texas Tech defensive lineman, right? I don't see how you go from Will Anderson being the number 1 overall pick in the draft the past 2-3 years, because he started this year number 1 overall.
Yeah.
He had 17.5 sacks a couple years ago. He had 10 plus sacks last year. I don't know how this Tyree Wilson kid just sneaks up above Will Anderson out of absolutely nowhere. Like, I've never heard of him until the draft cycle started.
He's not going to go above Will Anderson, though.
That's what I'm saying, because people are like, well, the Texans are either going to take Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson. You have to go with the proven guy, and I understand that, like, Alabama, unless you're getting, like, a running back or an offensive lineman, you're probably not getting anybody super great from Alabama, just because, like, I feel like Alabama, their coaching helps them more than anything. And once you get that, like, they don't have the talent to carry over, or, like, the mental to carry over into the NFL. So
Daddy's going to cook up a parlay, bro.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. What about Bijan Robinson? Number 8 overall to the Falcons.
Okay,
I like that.
What's that at?
Plus 175.
Like that.
Okay. Because I don't think anybody in front of them wants to pick him. The Falcons obviously want a good running back.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go Devin Witherspoon, number 6. Your favorite pick, minus 200. Improve the odds just a little bit.
I like it.
I do really like that. At number 5.
Seahawks pick.
Anthony Richardson, but...
No. Okay,
they
can I talk you out of that?
They pick it... Where do they pick again? 20, that's right. See, that's why I'm not taking that. Because I know they can get him later.
How do we feel about Tyree Wilson going to number 5? Or, so here's my thing. I think if Paris Johnson doesn't go 3 to the Cardinals, I think there's a good opportunity or a good chance that the Seahawks have their choice between Tyree Wilson or Paris Johnson. Do they want to shore up the defense?
CJ Stroud's odds just changed from plus 105 to minus 115 for the 3rd overall pick. Did a deal get done that hasn't been popped up?
It would probably be shorter than 115. There's just probably a lot of rumbling.
I bet a lot of people are hammering it right now, but I have not seen anything.
I bet that probably is. They're probably seeing a lot of liability
Yeah.
right now from the number 3.
Well, I bet his number's also getting hammered with that report that the Titans are like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have a lot of liability.
So,
man, I fucking hate that.
okay,
dude.
I like Paris.
Fuck.
I like Paris Johnson to the Bears even more now at pick number 8 or pick number 9.
What's that at?
Still plus 250. Okay,
Plus
so
250. I like the number.
I can't combine these into parlays.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's awful.
That's what I was wondering
All right,
about.
I'm just gonna bet. I'm gonna bet Bijan straight up and Paris Johnson straight up.
I like those.
Okay.
Bijan plus 175.
Yes.
Buy me
I like
dinner
that.
after you win this.
What? Where do we feel like Tyree Wilson's gonna go? Because I kind of want to place a bet on Tyree Wilson.
Yeah. Well, if all this hype is real, I would say he probably goes to Seahawks
CJ
early.
Stroud minus 115, dude. If they fucking get Will Levis, I swear to.
His odds are minus 105 for the 4th pick right now.
If Will Levis goes in the 4th round
Hey, Matt.
or in the 4th pick, I'll know I lost. the
Okay,
fight
I'm
tonight.
actually glad that he's not watching the draft here because I would not want to have to clean up a body after he killed himself.
I literally said that joke earlier.
I know, I'm just
dumbass.
repeating the
You
joke.
shut the hell up.
So,
This is fucking bullshit, dude. I have literally said since like the season ended.
Oh my god.
we have a
there's
home
an
invader here, guys.
Intruder.
I didn't know we were doing a
Hello,
cooking
Olivia.
segment.
Hi there.
Josh.
We're talking about
We're doing a
we're on the
podcast.
pod.
So you guys are on the pod?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out.
Yep.
Just
Doing
hanging
the
out.
pod.
That's right. All right, boys.
Drinks.
What other? Oh, also, viewers, please get your Justin Fields regular season MVP
Jesus
tickets
Christ.
in right now because they're gonna skyrocket.
Okay, so
If
with
you're feeling generous to the casinos, go ahead and do that.
with CJ Stroud going to minus 115 at 3 and Will Levis going to minus 105 at 4, Jalen Carter is now minus 250 to go number 5 to the Seahawks.
Minus 250.
Minus 250.
Wow,
Anthony Richardson is second
That
at
seems-
plus 600.
that seems bad.
That's what I
Oh,
feel
hey,
like their offensive line.
real quick,
isn't
while you
terrible.
mentioned Devin Witherspoon, what do we think about real quick? Jumping kind of away from the draft. Devin Witherspoon plus 900 for defensive rookie of the year.
who's in front of him.
Will Anderson, Tyree Wilson, Jalen Carter, Christian Gonzalez.
Who's the favorite?
Will Anderson
At
at
what?
plus 350.
Fuck, I don't know, dude. I feel like it's gonna be another Aiden Hutchinson situation
Yeah.
where like he gets
Well, Sauce Gardner
7
won it
sacks
this year.
and yeah, true. But New York media, Devin Witherspoon, if he goes to Detroit, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was beside the point. We
I don't mind it at plus 900.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking
Not great odds. I don't love it, but
plus 900 isn't bad.
yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot that can happen.
Devin Witherspoon's still minus 200 to go 6 overall. Number 7, we have a 3-way tie. Who's picking number 7? Number 7 is the Raiders. We have a 3-way tie for Tyree Wilson, Christian Gonzalez, and Paris Johnson at plus 300.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to sound really dumb to me. Who the fuck is Christian Gonzalez?
He's another cornerback.
I have no idea who
I-
any of this
He's a cornerback out
I
of
just know
Oregon.
quarterbacks.
Out of where?
Oregon.
Oregon?
Cornerback?
Oregon. Yeah. Cornerback.
So, honestly, out of that, I would see them probably taking Tyree Wilson.
Their cornerbacks were so bad this year, I thought. Because they have
Yeah.
Max Crosby there on the line as an edge rusher. I think they'd rather have a cornerback than,
True. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that.
yeah.
Do they go Paris Johnson though? Offensive line.
No, please don't, because I really want Paris Johnson. I'm gonna call Mark Davis real quick, guys. Let me get Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, quit getting your hair cut.
So, Charles Davis had my favorite mock draft.
Yeah.
He
Is
had,
it because the Colts got C.J. Stroud?
he had Bryce Young going 1.
Yeah.
He had Will Anderson going 2. He had Paris Johnson going 3 to the Cardinals. He had Stroud going 4.
Well, it seems like that Paris Johnson pick is not good anymore.
What is he sitting at right now?
Paris Johnson
For 3.
for 3 right now.
Plus
Stroud is
650.
yeah. It's and
So
if a breaking
what
news,
these odds are saying is somebody's trading up to get a quarterback. Stroud is minus 115. Levis is second at plus 460.
let's see if there's any more.
Dude, if a fucking trade. Fucking damn it. We were so close.
I kind of want you to stay just so I can see your reaction when
I was so
when the trade-
close to
damn it.
making it through without like somebody trading.
Fucking sick of this. I'm driving home drunk.
Somebody give me my keys.
Call me Jim Irsay.
God damn it.
Why are we not talking about Drew Sanders, the linebacker from Arkansas, fellas?
Where's he projected to go?
I was just looking at top prospect. He's number 9 grade on in the NFL app. White fella.
Won't be
We
good.
do like them whiteys.
Wait, what's his name?
Drew Sanders.
Oh, so hey, Nolan Smith, edge rusher out of Georgia. He was the defensive lineman that ran like a 4.3 at the combine or something, a 4.4.
Oh,
Daniel Jeremiah has him projected to go 10 to the Eagles, which if the Eagles, so he has Bijan going to Atlanta at 8, and then he has Nolan Smith going to the Eagles at 10. I don't mind that pick from the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then he has first wide receiver going off the board, Zay Flowers, going to Tennessee.
Dude, the Ravens only
I don't know
have
how you
5
pick-
draft picks this year.
I don't know how you pick Zay Flowers out of Boston College over Jackson Smith and Jigba out of Ohio State.
It's just one of those things where like
I don't know.
these small town college guys, and I don't say Boston College like small, but
What were you going to say, Robert?
The Ravens only have 5 draft picks this year. It's a small year for them.
Where are they going in round 1? 23, 22?
I got 22 right here.
hey,
Because there's only 31 picks.
And then they've got the 86th overall, the 124th, the 157th, and the 199th.
Bro, Daniel Jeremiah has Jordan Addison, wide receiver at UFC, going to Minnesota to team up with fucking Justin Jefferson.
and
They just got rid of Adam
They don't
Thielen.
have Adam Thielen anymore.
That would be disgusting.
Yeah. Packers. So
And then he also has Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama, going to the Eagles at 30.
which I like.
I
that.
see him going in the first round. Ooh, go ahead. With what
Where's
you're saying.
Bijan from?
Texas.
Texas.
Okay.
Dog. Absolutely.
He was the only
dog.
reason they were like
Literally.
okay this year. So the Packers, this may be like the first year in forever that they're gonna draft a skill position player. Like right now, they're projected to draft Dalton Kincaid, who's a tight end out of Utah,
Yeah.
and he's a dog, man.
Absolute
So
dog.
which scares me because I need Jordan Love to be not good. I need a couple wins this
I
year.
don't think Jordan Love is going to be that good.
He was okay in the game that
We got
half-
one time
1.5
the Eagles
games ago.
weren't prepared to see Jordan Love whatsoever. He got 2 lucky passes to Christian Watson.
Christian Watson's a dog,
Christian Watson is a dog.
which I don't like, but he was awesome. On
He
the
also
fantasy
dropped
team.
a fucking 60-yard bomb to start the season against the Vikings and basically blew the Packers season for him. So I'm trying to look at fucking Jahmyr Gibbs odds to go in round 1 because there was a thing over under running backs.
Yeah.
In round 1.
If I could get that
1.5.
under 3 would be awesome.
I like over under 1.5. It was sitting at that, but I can't find it.
You're going to go over on that?
I was going to go over because I think Bijan goes in 1 no matter what. And then I
For
think
sure.
Jahmyr Gibbs will go
Where's he
late.
from?
Alabama.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Real good.
Let's see.
Oh, top 3 overall picks, exact order.
Yeah, it's Bryce, Young, Will Anderson, C.J. Stroud plus 115.
Plus 115.
But that means you don't get C.J. Stroud. Are you gonna bet that?
No, but that's very good odds for somebody who's willing to place some hard-earned cash in that market. Because I personally like the Bryce Young 1, Will Anderson 2, Paris Johnson 3 combo at plus 600. But also very scared because of all this fucking line movement coming out.
Oh, you gotta love the draft, dude. You gotta love the draft.
Nobody knows what the fuck.
Nobody has any clue. Not even Adam fucking.
Oh, here we go. Total number of quarterbacks drafted in the first round: 4.5. Ooh.
Over under 4.5.
I feel like you gotta go
Hendon
over
Hooker
on that, right?
Is the 5th.
What's over sitting at?
Over is minus 108.
I don't mind that.
That's easy.
But do you think Hendon Hooker's going in the first round and who?
So
here's total number of running backs.
say-
Oh, these are terrible odds. Over is minus 320
For 1.5.
Yeah, for running
no,
backs.
it's not worth it.
Ugh.
So
An alternate?
Bryce Young goes off the board for sure. Stroud goes off the board. Levis goes off the
yeah,
board.
Levis, and I believe,
To
and then
Richardson's got
Richardson's
it,
going off
the only
board
thing
in the
is
first round.
finding matchups for these people. So Young, Stroud, Levis, we have matchups for sure. Like, are we for sure that somebody is going to need, like, somebody's going to take that third quarterback within the top 15 for sure?
So, yeah, the third quarterback, because the Seahawks. There's the Seahawks,
Do they though? I don't know. Like I really
Seahawks,
don't.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay doesn't go till 19 though.
But I'm saying just the
That's
Patriots.
what I'm saying though. The
The
further
Patriots are another option.
the further they fall back though, like if we get to 19 and the fourth quarterback goes off the board, who else is taking a quarterback here at
Nobody.
the end?
Unless they
like-
want to take a flyer on Hendon Hooker, which the only team that
But-
would take a flyer is
But
probably
the people that go
Saints.
after 19 are Seahawks, just paid Geno. Chargers just are about to pay Herbert.
What about the Saints?
Ravens just paid Lamar. Vikings, they got Cousins for forever. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. Giants just paid Jones. Dak Prescott. Josh Allen. Joe Burrow. Derek Carr. Jalen
what
Hurts and
about the
Patrick
Saints?
Mahomes.
The Saints could draft.
They
Hendon Hooker,
just paid Derek Carr though.
but they don't. They're not keeping Derek Carr. They're
It
not,
doesn't
that's
matter.
not-
They're
They're
not
not
going to
gonna
go
go
for him
fix
right
it.
now. They're going to hope that Derek Carr gets
They'll
the
wait till
worst
next
record in the league
season.
and they can get Derek May or fucking Caleb Williams.
Drake May.
Or whatever, yeah. Who gives a fuck? He's from North
So
Carolina.
unders
You
is
should grab
minus.
your keys right now.
So under 4.5 is minus 122. Still not bad.
Under 4.5 for quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Minus 122. I like the over. I don't know.
I like the over, but my problem is looking at the back half of the draft. Who wants a quarterback there?
So if Cardinals trade out of 3 and it's the Titans that get that, I think they're obviously taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's 3 off the board.
That's
for
straight
sure.
off the board, but the problem is, who else wants a quarterback besides the Seahawks?
So I
They
can't buy
barely
I
want
can't
the
get on the
Seahawks.
Seahawks
They
train.
barely would want.
I
it.
What
can't.
with 2 points in the first round?
I would buy
No.
the Raiders.
Now the only other one that I can see is
Raiders.
if the Texans somehow take a quarterback at 2.
At 12.
Well, they could do 2 or
2 and 12. Okay, if the Texans take a quarterback,
I think they take one at
if
12
they
and I
take
think they take
if they take Richardson, I could see Hooker going to the Seahawks.
I think they take Richardson at 12.
I could see Hooker going to the Seahawks at 12.
So
20.
then do the Patriots take a quarterback at 14?
That's another.
And another.
Do I want over 4.5?
I
Fucking
love the
over
over
5.5.
4.5 to be
But
honest.
I
I'm
just-
going over
over 6.5
right now.
Let's hammer it,
Dude, put $8.
Where are you at right now? Are you
So if you go to the FanDuel app, go to the select the NFL draft at the top.
Yeah.
That banner at the top where it says NFL Draft 2023
Yep,
odds,
okay.
hit more wagers. And then if you scroll down, there's a section called Round 1 Specials, and then it's over-unders on all these.
Round 1 specials. Oh, okay, here we go. Total number of quarterbacks, minus 108. I fucking love it.
First receiver to be drafted, Jackson Smith and Jigba is minus 430.
Minus 430, that's not worth
Yeah. I was hoping there.
Total number of running
First
back.
tight end drafted. You can get Dalton Kincaid at plus 150 to be the
Who's
first.
the other one, though?
Michael Mayer.
Yeah, do the Dalton fella.
Wait. Dalton Kincaid. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I'm not even
Plus
seeing.
150 is pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah. And
Notre Dame.
in
tight
Todd
end.
McShay's draft, he has Michael Mayer going 21st. And
Dalton Kincaid going 13.
yeah. I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid. I like that.
Where do you see that?
Put the mortgage on.
First tight
Yeah,
end
first tight end.
drafted.
Hmm.
Ooh, fuck. Why is he minus 230?
I know, that's what I'm wondering. Is there information that I'm not seeing?
Who's minus 230? Who's minus 230?
This Michael Mayer, he's
Michael
projected to
Mayer.
go like to the Chargers, like later in the draft.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm sure the sports books.
Okay.
Linebacker.
All right, do we got any more on the draft? Do you want to switch over to your coach of the year and stuff?
Oh, well, I do have one long shot parlay that I have mentioned a couple times. It is a 3-leg parlay. It is plus 321,000. It is TJ Watt to win Defensive Player of the Year next year. Aaron Rodgers to be the MVP for the New York Football Jets, and Shane the Dog Steichen to be the Coach of the Year for the Indianapolis Colts. That's plus 321,000. That is $1 to win $3,200.
Woo!
I mean, you cannot beat
Hey,
that
It's a
at
fucking
all.
lock.
Yeah, no, I like it. Viewers, if you aren't betting this, you're losing money.
Well, you're only betting $1. You want a McChicken tomorrow? Skip the McChicken.
Exactly.
Get this
Instead of-
$3,200 walk.
Yeah.
Or don't buy your coffee, your $5 Starbucks coffee.
Now let me throw.
Fucking put a down payment on your house, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Now let me throw this out there. I love your parlay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. What if we go Justin Herbert to be the MVP next year? Okay. Got him new OC.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 900. Not great.
Okay.
Don't love it.
Rodgers was plus 1,600, I
Yeah.
think. So.
Okay, but we're gonna take a bit of a flyer at the old. I'm gonna take Aiden Hutchinson to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Don't mind that.
Plus 3,000.
Don't mind it.
Okay, and then just because
A little salty that he didn't get Defensive Rookie of the Year.
that's right.
Should have probably gotten Defensive
you know
Rookie
what?
of the Year.
We're
Literally ruined my parlay because Sauce Gardner got Defensive Rookie of the Year and he didn't. Yeah, did suck. Go ahead.
Final leg of the parlay, Coach of the Year. All right.
Mike McCarthy.
I was looking at it. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna go with Mike Tomlin.
I love Mike Tomlin.
Ew.
Plus 96.
Here's the only thing, though.
900.
Like, I feel like with Coach of the Year, Mike Tomlin's an established coach.
960,000.
960,000. So $1 wins you $9,600.
I think that for sure is losing money because I don't think they're going to give it to Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's
he's okay.
established coach.
He's coming off of a bad year.
Is he though? They made the playoffs.
But that's what I'm saying.
Dude,
Or
who's getting anti-Semite?
They didn't make the playoffs.
they were close to making the playoffs.
Kanye. He's a lock.
No, I'm talking
JM,
NFL,
baby.
anti-Semite.
The JM. You know, we are the JM right
We
now.
are the JM.
Okay,
You got a big nose.
I think coming off of a down year, he still had a winning record. Coming off of a down year, they get Kenny Pickett. He's firing on all cylinders.
Dog shit, dude.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
Kenny Pickett is
so
good.
He's good.
Kenny
So-
Pickett's better than Tyler Huntley.
They have a top tier
I
offense
doubt
this year. Their defense is as good as it's ever been. Your TJ Watt Defensive Player of the Year cashes, right? And then they make the playoffs, one of the best records in the league. They had to beat the Ravens twice and the Bengals twice.
They definitely didn't do either of those.
And if he does all that, I think he's got a pretty good case. Because
Since you're living in fantasy land, buddy.
John Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh is going to win the Coach of the Year through Michigan. They're going to come up and beat the whoever's the worst team in the league this year.
Well, to say the least, tonight is going to be very interesting. I'm fucking
so amped.
Matt's gonna send us.
It's finally setting in.
We're gonna get
live comments.
We're gonna get a Snapchat from Matt. It's gonna be one of those where we go in and it's like 60 videos in a row where he's just like
300 seconds.
The
straight.
Indianapolis Colts could not be any worse. He just goes on for 5 minutes.
Honestly, might switch fandoms based off of.
But there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do if the Titans trade up.
Fucking trade up and get 3. What the fuck are we talking about?
But
you have a better case.
Okay.
Titans are going, 12, 13?
But
Give them the number 4 pick instead of the number 3 pick. They can still get whoever the fuck they want.
The Cardinals
cancel out all the options.
aren't going to get what they want. Why would the Cardinals trade back to 4 when they could trade back to 13, get more picks, and have what they want?
Who cares? Give them a fucking... What are the Titans going to give them? A 4th round pick and a 6th round pick?
I don't know.
Give them a 4th round pick and a 6th round
They may
pick.
give him Derrick Henry. They may give him Derrick Henry.
Oh, they're not going to do that. If they get D-Hop and Derrick Henry traded, I mean, maybe, but like...
That's what I'm saying. If they're getting some crazy trade going here.
Maybe, but like...
But the Colts as an organization can't sit there and say, well, we got to trade up to 3. Like, they can't... I mean... I don't know how you can't, as a GM, sitting at your office and say, "Well, we probably should get up to 3."
Well, that's like, Chris Ballard is like, well, we're going to be able to stay in our spot and get whoever we want. Who the fuck do you want? Like, I just want to know who the fuck do you want?
They are
Are you that sold? Are you that sold on Will Levis?
Hey, Jim Irsay said, "Go out and give me a white boy." That's for sure.
A fella.
Well,
hey, I don't want to have to bring my gun to the
brother. I want a fella.
Blue collar.
He's like, I don't want to have to bring my gun to the team facility.
Jesus
I
Christ!
can't handle my gun off 3 Percocets and 18 beers.
Hey, if the Colts somehow make some just wild trade, I want to see a picture of Jim Irsay on the back of the golf cart at like the owners meeting or whatever it was, where he's got that cig hanging out of his mouth talking to the media. Do you remember that from this year?
Snorting a line of coke.
I'm just waiting for the fucking purple square to pop up on Snapchat with Matt's fucking video analysis. It's gonna be beautiful.
Or I bet Jim Irsay is actually going to be in the bathroom the whole time when the Colts are picking.
Taking a little key bump. A little coke or...
That is one of my favorite reports that
Just
came out was why Josh McDaniels didn't end up going to the Colts was because Jim Irsay was in the bathroom for really like 45 minutes. That's so
Yeah,
good.
he wasn't taking the shit. Ain't no way. Well, I guess with the opioid addiction, he could have been constipated.
That's true.
Fair enough.
He just does what Elliot does in the bathroom. Sit there and wank it for 15 minutes.
Just read mock drafts the whole time.
Squeeze out a quick turd and then on with your day. And with that being said, boys and girls, that will be the end of our draft special.
Yeah, the Bets and Brewskis draft special.
What?
What?
Was a
What
fantastic
fucking
draft.
marathon of an episode.
Did we go that long?
Yeah, I feel
I don't know.
It's like fucking 6,
Yeah.
almost 7.
Let's see, does it have the time here? Uh-oh.
Oh, Christ on a cracker, dude.
It's still recording.
Oh, we're good.
Hour 13.
We're golden.
Hopefully the screen's not just black.
That would suck.
Yeah, because we can't just re-record.
Well, the green light's been on this whole time.
Yeah, the green light has been
Also,
on.
drunk me trying to remember what I said for the last fucking 45 minutes. Not a good idea.
Brent's going to wake up tomorrow and be like, every single one of my predictions were correct. I mean,
The Ravens got C.J. Stroud and Lamar Jackson.
that would be cool, though, if they did, like, the March Madness bracket, but with the draft, where you have to predict the whole first round correct, and if you do it, it's like...
They did that in Madden this year.
Really?
Like, I think if you get, like, rewards if you guessed. I didn't do it. I fucking...
You get a pack of players
Yeah,
with
you
the
get, like,
87 overall rating.
Hendon Hooker, 76 overall.
Might be a little high there, but he's just double his age. He's going to be a 50 overall.
They would give him 99s at this point.
Yeah.
They just do it.
It's ridiculous.
It's towards the...
I haven't played Madden in a hot minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Viewers, thank you for tuning in
salute
to the
you.
first ever live podcast. We'll hopefully get to do more of these in the future. So this is
Bets and Brewskis studio.
Signing out of the studio.
After the draft.
Thank you all.
Let's go, CJ Stroud.